This was supposed to be another wait for the investigation story. Then people saw the actual footage, not the headlines, not the spin, but the actual footage. And suddenly, the people yelling the loudest started walking backwards.
This is the gayest shit in the history of gay and shit.
Let me make this abundantly clear for all the MAGA people at home who still seem somewhat confused. Fuck ICE and fuck that ICE agent who killed that woman in broad daylight. If you think somehow that was self-defense, you are delusional and you have no understanding of the law. And also, fuck the people who are defending it. Not only did that woman lose her life, but her son, who's 6 years old, his father died in 2023. Now he has nobody left. And people are saying, oh, she should have got out of the car. Yeah, fuck them. Was that clear enough?
Fuck off, fagbait. This wasn't a murder, it was suicide by cop. This bitch drove 5 hours away from her child and home. She went and left her home to go and defend illegal immigration. Immigrants that don't give a fuck about her white ass. And now she's dead because of her poor fucking choices. I don't understand why white people are the biggest advocates for their own replacement. You are importing people who hate you and want to steal from you. And the first people who are affected by it are black people, by the way. These people come into our community, segregate themselves, and take all the wealth and power and influence away from blacks and whites. If she did nothing wrong and she's a victim, then James Fields did nothing wrong during Charlottesville. Pull your panties up, white niggas.
Wow. Now, what my guy Andre didn't do, he didn't speculate. He didn't ask for your feelings, obviously. He didn't build a narrative first. Basically, what he did was like, hey, look at this video. Y'all go watch the video yourself. That alone is enough to make some people uncomfortable because when the facts are on the screen, the scripts, they stop working. And that's where the panic starts, when officials realize, hey, the public saw it too.
In the immediacy following the shooting, you heard people from the Trump administration saying that the victim was a domestic terrorist. You heard that the ICE agent was acting entirely in self-defense. Here's the thing. You don't need to take my word for it. You don't need to take their word for it. Watch the video. The ICE agent was not run over, as Trump stated. You had a person that was definitively trying to just get out of there. They were trying to leave the scene. That is not a person that's trying to run an ICE agent over. You have a person that is trying to protect our city, to look out for our neighbors. And by the way, there are 435,000 people throughout Minneapolis that are looking out for their neighbors right now because they understand the magnitude of this moment, and they understand that the endurance of our republic depends on us looking out for each other, and we're standing strong here in Minneapolis.
Now, I hope you were listening very carefully because what I noticed was he's not explaining a video. He's explaining around it. And that's a big difference because that's the tell. When you got Jacob Fry, these leaders, when they stop describing what happened and start narrating what you're supposed to feel, they've already lost control of the facts. But the problem for them right now, the biggest problem for them is more footage is this. Here's a 3-minute clip giving you a whole nother angle. 3 minutes, y'all. 3 minutes. That's not chaos, right? That's time. Time to move, time to comply, time to disengage. Instead, blocking, punking, posturing. This is the moment the narrative collapses completely, not even quietly. And then comes the line nobody wants to talk about.
Can we just wrap this this Renee Good situation up? Like, it's over with. Everything the liberals have tried to come out and say has been debunked. We seen the real footage. We seen what happened. We know that she wasn't there. She wasn't going to work. She didn't even live in the state. It's all then came out. We know she tried to hit the officer. All the liberals on the internet out here grasping at straws, talking about, oh, but her tire was turned this way. Her tire was turned left. How was she trying to hit him if her tire was turned left? Yeah, her tire was turned left, and then when her wife told her to fucking drive, you ignorant bitches, that motherfucker went right and she hit the goddamn ICE agent. The fuck is y'all talking about, bro? Like, y'all are really fucking delusional, bro. Like, I seen a video, y'all ain't none of them brought up the point that her wife told her to drive, though. Every video you see of them talking about this, they skip past that part. They skip past that part. They skip past that whole part where her wife told her to drive. That's where the hearing go out. Like, let's wrap this shit up, bro. She did this to herself. We moving on, bro. Stop arguing with these dumbass liberals, bro. These niggas ain't got no sense. They ignorant as fuck, and they just fucking stupid, like, at this point. Like, we're done. Rest in peace, that dead bitch. On God.
People are going to believe what they want to believe, even when the facts are there. I mean, you can tell people the sky is blue, and yeah. But that whole drive, baby, drive, or drive, I did hear that in a previous clip, and I do not see that being reported. You can argue politics, you can argue motive, but you cannot argue audio, right? That sentence rewrites the entire timeline, and everyone on the left knows it. So what happens when leaders are cornered by their own eyes?
Their training prepares them for.
What evidence are you looking at that so many other people around the country look at and they say, it looked to me, her tires were turned to the right, she was moving her car, and they see a woman trying to flee? You say she was trying to kill the officer. No investigation has happened. Why are you so certain that your interpretation is the truth when an investigation hasn't even happened?
Jake, I'm watching the videos.
Other
I'm
people
talking
are
to
watching the
officers.
videos
I'm getting
and
the
coming
facts.
to a different conclusion.
Everything that we've stated as the Department of Homeland Security and this administration has been factual. And I wish we would talk factually about what we see every day from these protesters, what they do, what they say, how they chant over and over, kill ICE, attack law enforcement, how they're trained to perpetuate violence against them and to stop the work that they do every day. Each of these law enforcement officers takes an oath to protect this country and uphold the law. They go out every day and enforce the laws of this country to keep people safe. So these individuals that are out there harassing them while they do that work, doxing their identities, threatening them and their families, it's unacceptable. And that's why President Trump is so strong in supporting their operations in all of these cities.
Now, this exchange matters more than people realize. One side is saying, wait, don't trust yourself. You know, the other side is saying, I'm watching the same exact video as you are. That's the real divide. Not left versus right. It's reality versus narrative management. And when narrative fails, the consequences, they get real, man.
My concern right now is, and I talked to the officer involved, and he's, you know, if everybody thinks he's sitting around feeling comfortable, he's not.
You talked to him just minutes ago, just as we were sitting down here. You stepped in another room and spoke with the officer. What did he say? How is he doing?
He's concerned. He's you know, I've seen today his face all over social media. He's been doxxed. People are threatening to kill him. So he's not good. He fears for him and his family. And again, let the investigation play out. Before you say you want to execute this man, let the investigation play out. Like I said, there's got to be, 100 videos out there. There's going to be witness testimony and body cam footage. So let the let's decrease the temperature here. Let the investigation play out. But this officer was not in a good spot emotionally for his family.
Is he upset about what took place?
Of course he is. I mean, any law enforcement officer who uses any sort of, look, I've been around a long time, even if it's less lethal force. If you have to put hands on somebody and take them down, it affects you. And I've never used lethal force, personally. I can only imagine. I've based on my 40 plus years, I've never met an officer who had to use lethal force that felt good about it. It's a terrible, terrible thing to go through.
Tom Homan on the threats against ICE agents. This is what never makes the montage. Families' addresses leaked. Kids needing protection. All because certain people refuse to say, hey, maybe, just maybe, we're wrong on this. Just maybe. And if you think this stopped in Minnesota, it didn't.
With them, if any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will wish you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that.
Now, normally when I play a clip like that, I give a little commentary and then I ask you to call me. I only have two three-word responses to the Philadelphia sheriff, Rochelle Bilal. 3 words. Oh, my Lord is the first one. And the second 3-word response, good luck, Philadelphia.
Good luck, Philadelphia, indeed. This is Philadelphia Sheriff Rochelle Bilal saying she wants to smoke with Trump. Now, this isn't activism. This is with ICE agents and Trump, the Trump administration she alluded to. But again, this is defiance of federal law on camera in our face. When you got local officials start daring the system instead of enforcing it, you're no longer debating policy. You're quite literally testing authority. And guess what? Authority answered. Yes, they did. I'm going to put this up on a big one. Philadelphia Sheriff Rochelle Bilal should resign before she embarrasses herself any further. Arresting ICE officers? Try it. See what happens. And then you can see who the tweet comes from, the official ICE Gov X account. Yeah, no rant, no speech, just, hey, try it and see what happens. Also, good luck, Philadelphia. That's not anger. That's, finality. So why does this pattern keep repeating itself?
I'm right now I'm representing myself, and I'm representing the folks at Rise and Resist who have been trained
so Rise
to
and
be
Resist.
Marshals.
How much do they pay you to wear this vest?
Absolutely nothing.
Really? So I did some digging, and the woman trying to stop my interview is named Karen Shaw. She is a professional protester. I found her at almost 100 different protests. Let's look at her portfolio, shall we? Here's her outside Trump Tower saying TikTok time's up. Here's her saying ban guns, not drag. Amazing. This is her telling us that lies have consequences. She is also very passionate about abortion. Even in the video right now, she's just wearing a hat that says abortion on it. Sometimes she gets less creative though and just holds a sign that says enough. Now here I found her working with a different professional protester that I've exposed. This is Stuart Waldman. He was there when they raised the Palestinian flag over City Hall in Rhode Island.
Everyone knows you.
Everyone knows me?
You are. They know what you do.
I know what you do as well, Stuart Waldman. You are on the board of riseandresist.org, the company that is paying people like Karen for a second job as a professional protester. And the donation link to give you money is just Act Blue, which is the fundraising platform for the Democrat Party. That's who you are, Stuart Waldman. Now back to Karen. I found her with another professional protester that I've exposed. This was back at the Tesla protest. This is just a few photos of this other professional protester out of maybe 50 that I found.
Outrage doesn't organize itself, it seems. It's funded, it's staffed, and recycled. That's why the same faces keep showing up. And why stories always collapse the same way. So here's the truth that they just cannot escape, y'all. Once people saw these videos, the argument was pretty much over. Now, the only thing left is watching, who keeps defending what they already know is indefensible. That tells you everything. So if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to write, watch the footage in the comment section. That way I know you made it to the end, not for the algorithm, for me. Other than that, y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.